Okay. Okay, dear students, welcome to the second online session of English That Works 7. Today we are going to discuss some topics about cultural literacy and adjective clauses. Also, here I'm going to explain to you the activities that you have to develop in this week. Okay. If you have any question or concern, you will find you will be able yes to ask the questions at the end of the lesson. Okay, so we will start. Okay, so we are going to start with the activity that you have to develop in this week. Okay. Okay, so please, can you see my screen? Can you see the platform right now?
Yes, yes.
All right. So remember that in order to see the pieces of evidence or the activities that you have to develop in the week, you have to go to contenido del curso. Okay, click on it, then proyecto, and go to, in this case, activity 2, that is the week that we are developing right now. Okay, here it's important that you check the learning guide. Okay, you have to download it, and also you have to check the multimedia version, that is the cultural literacy. Here you will find the topics that will be focused on this in this week. Okay, so here is the meaning of the cultural literacy. That is one of the topics that you have to develop. I'm sorry, I'm going to give permission to. That is the topic that you have to develop in this week. Also, here in introduction, okay, in introduction, you will find the two topics that you have to develop. That is adjective clauses and cultural literacy. So with this arrow, you go. Uh, you can move through the presentation. So this is the meaning of the adjective clauses. Okay, so there are some examples in a dialogue, and also here you will find a grammar explanation. Okay, of course we are going to discuss this topic um, mm, later. Okay, all right. Then you will find right here, I think. What is it? Okay, here you will find the topic cultural literacy as well. Okay. And of course, here you will find the vocabulary necessary in order to use in the activity that you have to do. Okay. So it is very important that you check this material, okay, before starting or doing the activities. Also, here um, you have the option to download it, this document. Okay, you can download it. Of course, it's good to have this multimedia version because you can practice. Okay, and you can read, even you can do a pronunciation practice as well. Okay, so of course the idea is to have this multimedia version, but if you can, maybe your internet connection doesn't allow you to see it, so you can download it right here. Okay, and of course you have these super materials. You will find a glossary, of course a multimedia glossary as well. Okay, all right, now we go with the evidence, the pieces of evidence. Okay, so in this activity 2 you will find this fourth evidence, the pieces of evidence. So the first evidence is forum cultural literacy. You go here, click on here, and you go to see the forum. Okay? When you go to see the forum, you will see the forum right here. Okay? So here you have to participate. Please read this very carefully, answer the questions, and then you have to read one of your partner's posts and select one, and through the button responder, write your opinion about your partner's post. Okay? You have to use vocabulary and ideas about cultural literacy. Okay? So, for instance, here some of your classmates, okay, uh, have participated in this forum. So you will read them and you will select one of these and you have to answer, you have to give responder, okay, and give a comment, okay. This is one of the task that you have to do. Then you go to interactive activity. This interactive activity is the country fair, okay. Here you will go to see a score. Okay, you click on see a score and you will develop the interactive activity. Here is a recommendation. It is important that you use Mozilla browser instead of Chrome, because we have found some problems with this interactive activities when we use it with Chrome. Okay, so it is better if you use it with Mozilla. Okay, and as soon as you start this score, this multimedia, this interactive activity, you have to finish it. I mean, you start it and finish it because you can save anything. Okay, so for instance, if you start it and you say, okay, I will finish it later, no, it is not possible. You have to start it and finish it. Okay. Then we have the evidence that is called the exchange program. Okay, the exchange program. Okay, for instance, you go and click on here. Okay, you have to download this file. Okay, is this one I already downloaded. So what you have to do here is to read about exchange programs. Okay. So, exchange programs have become quite popular nowadays. It is easy to spend a summer, a semester, or even a year in another country studying and learning about another culture. Okay, so these are the exchange program. Okay, so you have to read this very carefully, and then you have to place in this context. So your family is participating in an international student exchange program. Here you are going to receive a student from New Zealand who is going to stay from January to April in your country, learning the language are interactive with your culture. Write him an email introducing you and your family and telling him about your country and its culture. So, consider the following question for the email. Why did you decide to enroll in this program? What do you know about New Zealand and its culture? What does he need to know about your country and its culture? What is the weather like during those months? What places can he visit? What type of festivals and celebrations can he attend? And what is transportation like? Okay, so you have to write an email. Maybe not answering these questions so clearly, but it have to be implicit. Okay, so you say you will start the email as any other email, like hi. Dear friend, or hi, okay, you will create a name. It is a pleasure to have you in this country next year or next week, whatever. I decide to enroll in this program because, okay, so you will start to write your email. Okay. Then at the end of the email, you will say, I will be, or I will, oh no, thanks for reading this mail, or I will, or best regards, or bye bye, okay, whatever, right? This is an email, okay? Then don't forget to include a photo of your house and your family. Include ideas and vocabulary related to cultural literacy learned in the study material. In the email, underline the ideas include at least 3 ideas, okay? Use objective clauses in the email, at least 5 examples, and use connectors and punctuation, okay? So this is an example. Dear Danny, sender, receiver, whatever, reading all words stay with capital, use a comma at the end. Dear Danny, I'm really glad to welcome to my country. My name is Juan Bautista, and my family and I are quite happy to stay here with us next year. Um, Here you will have to write the message. Okay, this is very short, of course, but you have to complete it, right? You have to answer the questions that I showed you previously. Then I will tell you a bit about Colombia, so you know that what to expect. First, you have to know that the weather is da 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 da. Okay. Then best Juan. This is a closing. Okay. Use thanks, best, or regards and comma at the end. The closing should begin with a capital letter. Then sign your name. So here you will have to follow the instructions. Okay. And that's it. You write the email. Okay. You have to save it in your computer, and then when you have it ready, you have to go here as in the exchange program, right? The evidence exchange program, as and go to see to ver evidencia. Okay, when you click on ver evidencia, you will find a chart. Okay, in this chart you can write a comment. Okay, and you will attach a document. So here you have to attach the document. Okay, so click on examinar mi equipo and look for the file in your computer. Make sure the file is attached and leave a comment for the instructor if you want. It's optional, and click on enviar. Okay, so it is clear right now. I don't know, I think that I'm speaking too much. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, okay, so you understand what I say, right? Okay, okay, so let's continue. Okay, the next evidence is cultural literacy. Okay, so you click on cultural literacy. You have to download and save the file as the other. Okay, and here, this is the one that I previously downloaded. So you have to read this. This is the traveling is the best way to learn about the other culture. When you travel, you have the chance to interact, blah, blah, blah. So you have to write 300-word composition where you describe a traveling experience when you met and interacted with a different culture. Describe the culture, the things you learn from them, and how different they are compared to your culture. Okay? Okay, this traveling experience can be here in your country. Okay, we have different cultures in Colombia. For instance, if you check the culture in Medellin is different in Barranquilla or Cartagena or maybe Cali is very different. Okay, so if you haven't had the opportunity to travel abroad, you can also write about this, or even you can find some information on internet. Maybe you want to write about the culture in Japan, okay, or in China, or maybe in United States, okay, and you want to compare it with your own culture in Colombia. So that's a good option as well. Okay. So aspects to consider when writing the composition: include a photo of your house and your family. Again, include ideas and vocabulary related to cultural literacy. learn in the study material, in the composition. Underline the ideas include at least 3, and use objective clauses, at least 5 examples, and use connectors and punctuation. Okay, here is an example. So you have to read this example, okay, and you have to follow more or less what you find here. So here you find the adjective clauses, right? So you have to underline it. And also the ideas. So here you will find about culture, about religion, okay, and family, okay. So here you have to follow this example, okay. So you write this composition, 300 words composition. You save it in your computer, and when you have it ready, you go to see evidence, attach the file, okay. So click on examinar mi equipo, attach the file, then you can leave a comment or just click on enviar, okay. And that's it. These are the activities that you have to develop for this week. So now we are going to check. We are going to check this topic, okay, objective clauses. However, before doing it, I want to clear up some things with you. Okay, wait a minute. Leave a minute, please. Leave a minute. Okay, there are some things that I want to clear up about the schedule of the course. Okay. Oh my God. Sorry, my computer is so slow. My cat is going crazy. Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. 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 My dear, this is your schedule, right? This is the schedule for your course. You can find the schedule in contenido del curso, schedule, click, and you will see it, okay? So here you will find the dates and time for these online sessions, okay? Also the dates and time for sending your evidence, your pieces of evidence, your activities, and also de cierre de actividades. Mis queridos, algo importante que ustedes deben tener en cuenta es que hay un tiempo de consolidación, es decir, se supone que ustedes terminan el 28 de diciembre, ¿cierto? Ahí se cumplen las 6 semanas. Sin embargo, hay que dejar un tiempo, unos días, ¿cierto? Para yo poder hacer el cierre del curso, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, yo tengo que enviar informes, se tiene que calificar todo lo que ustedes hayan enviado, ¿sí? Hay una serie de cosas que se tienen que hacer y para eso necesito cierto tiempo y para eso necesito cerrar antes el curso. Un segundito que alguien entró. Tengo que darle un cierre al curso. Entonces, hay una semana de consolidación de actividades. Si ustedes ven, el 15 de diciembre, ¿sí? Ya se entregaría pues la actividad número 4, ¿cierto? Que es la última. Entonces ustedes tienen, después del 15, ¿cierto? Tienen del 15 al 20. Yo creo que aquí me equivoqué en este. Dios mío, aquí hay un pequeño error. Mentiras, no, es que estoy viendo mal. Del 15 al 28, ¿cierto? Pero entonces vamos a ir del 15 hasta el 21, hasta el 23, ¿sí? Hasta el 23 se reciben todas las actividades, ¿sí? El plazo máximo para las actividades es hasta el 23 de diciembre. Ese día se cierra la plataforma, ¿sí? Es decir, bueno, no la plataforma, pero sí las actividades. Se cierran las actividades. Entonces, hasta el 23 se reciben actividades. No es bueno que ustedes dejen hasta, digamos, hasta el último día para la entrega de actividades. ¿Por qué? Porque la plataforma tiende a fallar. ¿Listo? Entonces, por ejemplo, ustedes dicen, yo envío todo el 20 o el 21. Pero créanme que comienzan a sufrir porque a veces no carga, porque el internet les falló, porque se fue la energía, porque la plataforma ese día estuvo en mantenimiento, bueno, en fin. Entonces es mejor que ustedes vayan entregando día a día, ¿cierto? Semana a semana sus evidencias, ¿sí? Y entonces, hasta el 23 de diciembre hay plazo, ¿sí? El 24 pues ya estamos en Navidad. 25 es festivo, 26 es sábado, 27 es domingo. El 28, que es un lunes, ya se cierra la plataforma, ¿cierto? Y ya al 28 de diciembre yo tengo que haber enviado todo. Entonces, hasta el 23 ustedes tienen plazo para poder enviar las actividades. ¿Listo? ¿Ok? Entonces, hasta el 23. Pero les digo, es mejor que ustedes envíen semana a semana las actividades. ¿Por qué? Porque, por ejemplo, usted dice, no, yo envío el 20, pero, o el 22, o el mismo 23 envío lo que me hace falta. Pero usted le quedó mal algo y no pasó. ¿Sí? Pero no tuvo una D en una de las actividades. Con una de las actividades que usted desapruebe, es decir, que no apruebe, usted con esa ya no se puede certificar en el curso. Usted para poder certificarse, debe haber enviado y aprobado todas las actividades. El puntaje mínimo para aprobar una actividad es 70 puntos. ¿Listo? Eso se los digo en español para que quede bien clarito, ¿vale? ¿Dudas con respecto a eso? Bueno, el ID que ustedes envían también es una actividad, ¿no? O sea, la tarjeta de identidad o el documento, la cédula, eso también es una actividad y eso es calificable. Por tanto, si ustedes no la envían y tienen una D en esa actividad, pues tampoco se pueden certificar. ¿Listo? ¿Preguntas?
Profe, yo tengo una duda
Sí, cuenta.
respecto a las actividades de la semana pasada.
Ujú.
Es que, o sea, algunas actividades ya me parecen calificadas, pero otras no. Entonces ahí que
Juan Pablo, ¿cuándo enviaste?
envié, las que me parecen calificadas las envié como el miércoles de la semana pasada y las otras las envié el mismo viernes.
Pues por lo que fue fin de semana, ¿no? Pero se supone que ya, yo creo que hoy ya voy saliendo de las actividades que sin calificar. Igual tengan en cuenta que, por ejemplo, la actividad interactiva, esa la califica la plataforma, sí, esa no la califico yo. El foro pues se va calificando también, esa sí la califico yo, y las otras también. Entonces, de pronto, Juan Pablo, ¿se me ha quedado alguna tuya? Yo voy a revisar, ¿listo? Ya, ¿tú de qué ficha eres?
¿Cómo así la ficha?
Bueno, cuando tú vas aquí, espérame un segundito, ya te muestro cuál es tu ficha.
Ok.
Bueno, cuando tú vas acá, voy a ponerle aquí en regresar. Cuando estás aquí, ¿cierto? En la parte, pues, del inicio, ¿sí? Tú ves este numerito, ¿sí lo ves? Juan Pablo, ¿sí lo ves?
Sí, sí, señora.
Listo. Este numerito es el número de ficha,
Ok.
¿sí? Es el
Mm,
22 40 629, ese es el número de ficha, ¿sí? Entonces ustedes me tienen que decir cuál es el número de ficha de ustedes para yo poderlos ayudar. Porque pues como son tantos, por ejemplo, yo tengo todas estas fichas, ¿sí? Entonces, si usted me dice, profe, es que tengo un problema con la actividad, pero usted no me dice el número de ficha, yo quedo perdida, ¿sí? Entonces, aquí también les aparece, mira, ¿vale?
listo. Y, y ese se le envía un mensaje o cómo.
Sí, puedes esto, por ejemplo, por aquí en este loquito, en este mensajito, tú me puedes enviar entonces tu nombre completo, el número de ficha, y me dices, profe, mira que me hacen falta la calificación de las siguientes actividades y me las nombras,
Ok,
¿listo?
listo.
Y yo reviso a ver qué pasó, ¿vale?
Listo. Gracias.
Bueno, a ti. Ok, ahora seguimos Ok, listo. Entonces, claro eso, voy a hacer la presentación del tema. Ok, de allí. Ok, Objective Codes. Okay, I just can you see my presentation?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so adjective clause. What is an adjective clause? So this is the definition. An adjective clause is a multi-word that contains a subject and a verb that tells more information about a noun in a sentence. Adjective clauses depend on their other clauses in a sentence to express a complete thought. And that's why they are referred to as depend clauses. Okay? So these adjective clauses will allow you to write a complex sentence. Okay? Because adjective clauses are just two clauses, I mean two sentences joined by a period. Okay, but the idea is to delay that period, okay, and include an adjective clause or in this case is a relative clause, and write it as a whole or just one sentence. Okay, you will find this. Okay, you will understand this later. So relative clauses are these. For instance, we have who, that, which, whose, when, where. Okay? So, who it and that refer to people. They caught the man who or that spied for China. Which and that refer to objects. I lost the map, which or that she gave me. I mean, you can use which or that, okay? Not both, just one of those. And the same with who and that. One refers to a moment in time. So Christmas Day is a day when people are happy. Where refers to a particular place. We visit the house. Sorry, I just missed this. Whose refers to position. She complained to the man whose dog beat her. Okay. Okay. Where refers to a particular place. So we visit the house where our father was born. In non-definite sentences, the word cannot be replaced who or which. So, Mata Hari, who was a famous female spy, was born in Holland. Buckingham Place, which is in London, is a favorite tourist site. Okay, so just to clear up, when we think of an adjective, we usually think about a single word used before a noun to modify its meanings. Yeah. So, tall, tall building, smelly cat, argumentative assistant, okay? So it modified the meaning, okay? It modified the vision or the view that you have about a noun. So, however, an adjective can also come into form of adjective clause. An adjective clause usually comes after the noun, it modifies, and is made up of several words, which, like all clauses, will include a subject and a verb. Okay, so a clause is a short sentence that includes a subject and a verb. Okay, that's a clause. Examples of an adjective clauses. Here are some examples. The carpets that you bought last year have rotted. So in this sentence, what is the relative clause? I mean the relative adjective. What is?
That.
Uh-huh, very good. That. Okay, very good. The follies which a man regrets was most in his life are those which he didn't commit when he had the opportunity. We have some here. So what is the adjective? The folly which a man regrets most in his life are those which he didn't commit when he had the opportunity.
Which?
Which exactly, very good. So the components of an adjective clause. An adjective clause, also called relative clause, will have the following three traits. Trait one: it will start with a relative pronoun. I mean, who, whom, who, that, or relative adverb, when, where, or why. This links it to the noun it is modified. So note, quite often the relative pronoun can be omitted. However, with an adjective clause, it is always possible to put one in. There is more on this below. So trait 2, it will have a subject and a verb. These are what make it a clause, a subject and a verb. So trait 3, it will tell us something about the noun. This is why it is a kind of adjective, okay? So that is the meaning. So adjective clause, 3 traits. Here we have the rat that John saw yesterday was in the kitchen earlier. So we have the relative pronoun, right? A relative clause or relative adjective. Then we have the subject and the verb, John saw, and the information about the noun, that is the rat that John saw yesterday. So this short clause, okay, give us information about the rat. For instance, we said, okay, the rat was in the kitchen earlier. Okay, but what rat? Okay, the one that John saw yesterday. Okay, so it means that John previously knew the rat, okay, or met the rat in the kitchen, okay, yesterday. So that's the rat that we are talking about right now. It's not just any rat, it's the rat that John saw yesterday. Okay, so did you understand this? So this clause, okay, give us information about the rat, okay? So it specifies the noun, okay? Give us information about it. So quite often the relative pronoun is the subject of the clause. So look at the 3 traits in this example. Thank you. Okay, this the tramp who claimed to have a limp sprinted after the bus. So we have the relative pronoun who, we have the verb, the subject and the verb, okay, and the information about the noun tramp, because that is the tramp. You know what is a tramp? What is a tramp? Who knows?
Trampa.
No,
No.
no. Uh-uh.
Mm, vagabundo.
Yes, it's a homeless person. So
Eso,
what?
homeless.
Uh-huh. A limp. What is a limp?
Oh, no.
What? What is a limp?
Cojear.
Uh-huh. Exactly. So when you cannot walk well, right? And sprint. What is a sprint? It's a verb.
No es como correr, como
Yes,
acelerar.
go fast. Go fast. Exactly. So the tramp who claimed to have a limp sprint after the bus. Sprinted after the bus. So, el vagabundo, quien dijo que tenía cojera, salió volando disparado detrás del bus. Yeah. So it is important to say, to specify this, because it gives us information about the tramp, about the noun, right? So it's not any tramp that you see on the street, okay? It's the one who have a limp, okay? So this is important information. Okay, let's continue. How to write an adjective clause. So step 1, find the 2 words that refer to the same thing. So I study at a college. The college is downtown, right? 2 words that refer to the same thing. Study and it is that, I mean, the college, right? The common concept here is college, right? And these are 2 sentences. Then replace the second word with a correct relative pronoun. I mean, that, which, who, blah, blah, blah. I studied at a college, the college which is downtown, and you have to move this which, okay, behind the noun it modifies. I studied at a college which is downtown. Okay, so this which, okay, this which replace this first the second noun right here in the, I mean, the noun in the second sentence. You see? I studied at a college which is downtown. Let's see other example. Find the two words that refer to the same thing or person. The woman is in my class. She likes tennis. So you replace the second word with a relative pronoun. So with who or that, okay, you replace it. And then you move it. So this you say, the woman who likes tennis is in my class. Or the woman that likes tennis is in my class. Let's see. Okay, exercises. Let's check these sentences. Do you see the cat? It is on the roof. So how can we write this? Okay, what relative pronoun would you use in this case? Do you see the
which
cat? Sorry?
which is on the roof.
Okay, which, exactly. Or that. Okay, both as well. Do you see the cat that is on the roof? Okay. The man is a dentist. He lives next to me. How you will say it? Or what relative subject pronoun will you use?
Who?
Who?
Who, the man who is a dentist lives next to me. Could be said, right? 3. She invited a guy to the party. The guy dances really well. What would you use? Hmm? What relative would you use here?
That?
That, or who is also fine. So, the guy that she invited, or the guy who she invited to the party, dances very well. Okay, so this second pronoun disappeared. 4. The desk is made of oak. It was built by my friend.
Which?
Which, the desk
Or that?
or that, the desk that is made of oak was built by my friend. Okay. 5. People shouldn't throw stones. They live in glass houses. In glass houses.
Who?
People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. So let's see the answers. Do you see the cat that is on the roof? Do you see the cat which is on the roof? The man who lives next to me is a dentist. Or the man that lives next to me is a dentist. She invited a guy who danced really well to the party. She invited a guy that danced really well to the party. The desk that was built by my friend is made of oak. The desk which was built, okay, the same, but which. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, or people that live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Okay, so the idea here is to become two sentences in just one sentence. Okay, here we'll find two sentences, and here we'll find one sentence. So this is the way we can write a complete sentence. Okay. I mean, this is easy. I don't think is it a complex topic. It is easy. Even I know that you are able to write this right now, right? We have wrote this, but maybe you were not aware of this, right? So here you just are more aware about the use of these relative clauses, and now you know that is a relative clause or an adjective clause. Okay. So do you have any question? You can ask in Spanish or in English. No? Was very clear? Okay. Okay, just to clear up. Estas oraciones, digamos, utilizando the adjective clauses o the relative clauses, digamos que son muy útiles como para comenzar a escribir ya oraciones un poco más complejas. O sea, yo sé que ustedes ya, muchos de ustedes ya las han escrito, ¿cierto? Ya han usado este tipo de estructura. Sino que de pronto uno no era muy como consciente, ¿sí? Del uso de estas. Mm, igual aquí ya les como que aprenden a ser un poquito más conscientes, ¿cierto? De que es un adjective clause y un relative clause, ¿sí? Em, igual no es algo complejo, es algo muy sencillo, ¿sí? Solamente tener en cuenta que cuando hablamos de objetos, pues hablamos de that o wish, que si hablamos de personas se utiliza who, ¿sí? No vayan a utilizar wish con persona, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, que Juan Pablo wish, no. Juan Pablo who, ¿ok? Por ejemplo, que si se refieren a un lugar, entonces es con where, que si es con un tiempo, digamos, para un cierto momento, entonces es con when, ¿listo? Eso es como lo más importante que ustedes deben tener en cuenta. Realmente ubicar el who o el which en la oración es muy sencillo, ¿sí? Es como que tenga lógica, ¿sí? Que tenga una lógica, ¿listo? Eso es como lo más relevante. Con respecto a cultural literacy, ay, verdad, espérame. Yo les tengo aquí una vocabulary related to cultural literacy. Wait a second. Okay, you know that cultural literacy is the knowledge that we have about the cultures, right? So it's important to have to know the the vocabulary related to it. So here we have the acculturation. That is when contact between two cultures results in great change in the culture of either one or both groups. Okay, so when two cultures just met or meet, and there are some changes on them on those. Assimilation, absorption of an individual or minority group into another society or group, achieved by learning, adopting cultural traditions, hastened by intermarriage. Okay, so here is when you just assimilation is to assimilate, okay, to incorporate, to have to adopt those new cultures, okay. Boundary maintenance, reinforcing an ethnic group's unity by emphasizing traits set apart from others. I, I'm sorry, what happened? Ah. Okay, class. A group of people as a unit know to being similar. Okay, so a class society, right? That's what it means. Culture, the total way of life of a group of people, including beliefs, intuitions, and technology. Custom, practice from the past that people continue to observe. Okay, custom or costumbre. Dialect, local variation of a language. We in Colombia we have a lot of dialects. Diffusion, process of accepting, borrowing, and exchanging traits from one society to another. Disemigration. Okay, diffusion. Discrimination. This is a sad one, but you need to know. Distinguishing differences and showing favoritism or prejudicial rejection of them. This discrimination is what we live or what some people live in other countries. Enculturation, a slow day-to-day process of learning your culture as a child. Enculturation. Ethnic group that share same language, history, or place of origin, common with each other. Ethnic group, okay, grupo étnico. Ethnocentrism, regarding one's own culture as being superior to others and judging other culture from a perspective. Ethnocentrism. This is what happened in Alemania, okay, in Germany. Ethnocentrism. Ethnocide. An attempt to destroy one's culture or ethnicity. Culture death. Ethnocide. Okay, is not. We have homicide. That is when somebody kills another person, and here we have the ethnocide. That is to destroy the culture of other person. Gender roles. Pattern of behavior expected from males versus females. Gender roles. Globalization. Progressive emergence of a single worldwide economic system in a national agreed system. Globalization. Multiculturalism. I love this word. Permanent existence of equal ethnic racial minorities treated, accepted, and encouraged. Okay, this culturalism is the one that we should have. I mean, to have cultural literacy when we are learning a new language is very important. Okay, I mean, we can be bilingual, but sometimes it doesn't mean that we are bicultural. For instance, I know English, but I don't know the culture in United States or the culture in London, right? If that is that it that means that I'm not a bicultural person, okay? And I'm bilingual person because I know the language, but I don't know the culture, and it can be difficult, okay, to talk with other person or with other people in other country if we don't know their culture, okay, because we have this idiomatic expression that was the ones that we learned in the last activity, okay, the activity one. We have these idiomatic expressions, and these idiomatic expressions can give us a side or a view of the culture of a country, okay. So to have the knowledge of it, of the culture um, of the country that we are going to live there, or maybe the language that this culture has, is very important. Okay, so let's continue. Norm, a rule, a standard that defines what people should or shouldn't do, think or feel socially. These norms can change from country to country. Okay, race. Within a single species, a group sharing same appearances or the genetic characteristics, humans are more complicated, include social, cultural, as well as biological. Okay, we have some races in human. Religion, beliefs and practice regarding supernatural beings, power, and forces. We have a lot of religions. Socialization, accepted values, rules, and ways of operating society are passed down to the young. Socialization. Subculture. Attitudes, beliefs, values, and behavioral habits shared by a group of people within a society that differ from those of society as a whole. We have our society and we have these subcultures. For instance, the los emos, and that at that time, punqueros, no? Those are subcultures. Value, an idea about what is good, right, wise, or beneficial. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry. Where are you? Okay, yeah. Okay, so my dear, that's the topics that you have to develop. Okay, and you have to have into account in order to do the activities of this week. Okay, um, I don't know if you don't have any question. We will end this lesson. And remember that the next one is on December 9. Okay, so I will expect to have you here. Okay, So thank you very much for coming. Um, those were the topics and activities that you have to do, and that's it. Okay, so thank you very, very much for coming, my dear. See you next time.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay,
Thanks, teacher. Bye.
thanks to
Same,
Thanks,
bye.
teacher.
you.
Bye.
Okay, for
Thank you,
next
teacher.
lessons, okay, you're welcome. But for next lessons, I will prefer that you have some questions. So bring questions, okay, and doubts, and then we can interact a little bit more. Okay, I want you to talk as well. Okay, okay, dear. Thank you. Bye bye. Hugs and kisses.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.